Hi everyone, it's Az here from HeelvsBabyface. Hi, I'm down here. Yeah, I've had to shrink myself because I've got some stuff that I really want you to see properly. I don't want to cover any of it up because, as you'll be aware, it's everywhere today. Last night, Will Smith, just press play here, went on stage at the Oscars and smacked Chris Rock across the face for telling a really just lame, 2-decade out of date G.I. Jane joke about Will's wife. I say wife in inverted commas, of course, because they have an open marriage, according to Jada. In essence, that means Jada just bangs everything, and Will is trying desperately to hold the marriage together. And of course, it just seems to have got to him after so long of people laughing behind his back because he's a massive cuck. And he lets his wife get away with this sort of business. He just caught up with him and he took it out like a coward on the wrong person. And instead of dealing with these issues with his wife, he went up on stage and slapped Chris Rock for an absolutely no burger of a joke whatsoever. And because this is Hollywood, the land of the degenerate filth, God knows what these people have been up to. God knows how many of them protect let's just say, very unpleasant Epstein-esque people, etc., etc. Weinstein-esque. Oh, dear, oh, dear, oh, dear. Yeah, they're not having a particularly good rep. What do they do when Will Smith later in the evening was granted the Oscar for Best Performing Male? They all stood up and applauded his ridiculous speech where he didn't even apologize to Chris Rock, talking about God having a design for him, talking about love makes you do crazy things. No, the Oscars condoned some disgraceful behavior. And if the Oscars don't, if the Academy, I should really say, if they don't act quickly with the next few days, then they have allowed a physical assault to be aired on television and then rewarded the person for doing so. And what does that say for people who go up on stage? Comedians who go up on stage. I know a few comedians right now who go up on stage and they don't want to tell this watered down, sanitized comedy. They want to tell some edgy comedy again. They want to tell some jokes which go against the woke agenda. They want to tell something which people used to once upon a time laugh at. And now how do you think they're going to feel on stage if the Academy are in essence giving the go-ahead for people to just walk up on stage and slap them? Where does it escalate? A slap turns into an item being held, which turns into another more dangerous item, weapon, making it unsafe for them to even do their craft. And I'm not just stopping at comedians here. I'm talking about anyone who dares take to the public and speak. So unless the Academy do something, I would strip him of his Oscar. I would also ban him from the ceremony for a couple of years as well. Unless they do something which says, we do not tolerate this, instead of just a pathetic tweet, then it's just going to get worse. And it also shows just the absolute state of the West right now. How messed up it really is. Went on a stupid industry award ceremony where a bunch of self-congratulating filth give each other little Oscars. People are going up slapping each other on the face. It's pathetic and it's ridiculous. Chris Rock, who was really caught between a rock and a hard place, no pun intended, has declined to file a police report. What could he really do, you know? If he files a police report, he could be easily seen as taking advantage of a guy who's having a mental breakdown. Make no bones about it. This is the straw that broke the camel's back to Will Smith. But he's going through an absolute mental breakdown after everyone running a train on his wife because she wants an open marriage. Wow. Dude, get her out your life and start to heal quickly before it destroys and consumes you. But when Hollywood stands up and applauds you for your bad behavior, well, that's just Hollywood through and through. One actor, I wouldn't say Hollywood, TV actor, but on a really good show recently is Alan Ritchson, who was who plays Reacher in the Reacher Amazon TV show, which I and many others have recently recommended to you guys to watch, because it's really good. There's a minuscule little bit of identity politics in there at one point, but other than that, the show was sound with well-written characters, an interesting story and plot line, well acted. It's good fun. You know, not breaking the world, not revolutionary, just really good, solid fun. And I really enjoyed it. But Alan has got the balls, unlike Will Smith, to actually come out and say what needs to be said. And so I'm just going to read this post that he put up on Instagram. And it's wonderful. He's not towing the Hollywood line of people supporting Will Smith. Like many, I was appalled by Will Smith's petulant assault on Chris Rock last night. Woke up sick about it. Just imagine if it was Alan Ritchson who said that joke. Do you think Will would have gone up to him? I mean, Alan's a big boy. He's a tall boy. He's a muscular boy. Looks like he could slap the lips off Will Smith with a blow. I don't think so. Chris Rock, smallish guy, 150 pounds soaking wet. Will Smith, bullied him because other people are banging his wife. And he's allowing it to happen. Maybe even holding their hand a la Jack Murphy. Who knows? I'm even more dismayed that Will was not only allowed to remain at the event, but given a trophy, rewarded with its highest honor and a platform to weep over how God has called him to be love and a river to his people. So Alan is not holding back here. He's just like, not only did he allow him to stay after the assault, you gave him the Oscar, and they allowed him. I've just been watching Nerdrotic's Nooner stream, and I think it was Man of War 665, Neighbor of the Beast. Hail to you, buddy. And I think he said something like, the slap wasn't staged, but everything else was. This speech is absolutely staged. The way that they tell the jokes, absolutely staged. The fake audience laughs, absolutely staged. The only real thing that was at the Oscar was Chris Rock getting slapped. And then this speech, concocted, created to manipulate and justify his actions. Hiding behind God. Will Smith's a coward. He's a cock and a bitch. While in the same breath ignoring the fact that he just smashed a completely unexpected and non-violent person in the face. Absolutely. Chris Rock did. I don't think Chris Rock had any idea he was going to slap him. He wasn't indicating it when he came up. He wasn't posturing that he was going to do it when he came up until the slap happened. And people say, oh, but Chris was leaning in. I think Chris was leaning into the bit. He thought a bit was going to happen. He thought a bit of banter was going to start to occur between him and Will. That's why he was leaning in. I don't think he expected to get a slap out of it at all. He never apologized to Chris. He didn't apologize to the many stunned fans. He just set that terrible example of conflict resolution for. Yeah? I can't deal with my struggles with my marriage and my wife banging everything under the sun. So I'll just go up and smack Chris Rock about it. Because I'm a coward. For that slap and those self-centered tears, he got a standing ovation. This is great stuff, Alan. This is amazing stuff. This is to speak nothing of the fact that Will and Jada have a famously open marriage and have perfected Olympian-grade acrobatics to avoid defining themselves as married or committed to each other in any traditional sense of the word. I think that's clearly showing one way. Yeah? And that's Jada's way. Because Will seems to be absolutely broken by this. Broken. They've bucked the concepts of labels and monogamy so they can both have their cake and eat it too. Alan, geez, dude. Preached. Preach, man. Sending mixed signals to the world on what exactly he is fighting for. His original laugh at the G.I. Jane joke and his nuclear-grade pendulum swing in the other direction is demonstrative of someone who is himself confused by these nebulous and uncharted marital waters. Yeah, I think Will's going through a breakdown. I think all the laughing and everything that he's had to endure behind his back is because he doesn't want an open marriage. He wants his wife. But if he's to keep her, it looks like the conditions are she gets to bang who she wants as well. People the age of his son, their child. So yeah, what example does that really give out to people? What example does it give out to their children? Fucking terrible one. Another victim of relativism, projection at its finest. We despise most in others what we loathe in ourselves. Last night, Will was in his most authentic role to date. A little bit of roleplay here. Spitz Tobacco. Hey, Chris. This town's not big enough for the both of us to blur the lines of respect. He's a thespian. Come on, allow him that. How this so perfectly captures the foreboding sense of hopelessness many of our young generation are forced to grapple with. That yet again, like many of our most greedy and despicable politicians and businessmen, bad and illegal behavior by those with influence today isn't just excused, it's rewarded. Is no one brave enough to do the right thing anymore? Matthew 7:21. Absolutely fantastic post by somebody who is, in Hollywood, is in the acting system, who could easily get some flack because of this, is not afraid to speak up and speak some absolute truth. Bad behavior being rewarded while a one line of Twitter is sent out saying, we don't condone violence in any form, but we do because we let him stay and then we gave him a fucking Oscar. While the audience stood up and applauded his broken ass, his broken tears, his broken marriage, and his broken soul. Alan, sir, you are a legend. You are legend, and Reacher was great. I'm looking forward to season 2. Hope you enjoyed the vid. If you did, do give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel. Follow me on social media and YouTube for live streaming. Links are in the description box down below, and I'll be back with some more stuff very soon. You take care. Bye for now.